I don't believe your results. Very nice statistics, Idris. PM announced this under our the annual report. By the way, all the data I presented to you, PM already announced this, and that was part of the reason why we want to thank you this afternoon as well. By the way, we have an external audit and validation process. PricewaterhouseCoopers, every year, they look at our data and verify it. And they certify on the annual report that the data is valid, it's in order. If there are any changes, they were changed before the audit is released. If you go to the Pemandu website, you can print our annual report, you can see exactly what PwC has put in the report. We are very transparent. We also have transparency coming out from the international panel, which include IMF people, we include ex-World Bank people, other countries. In fact, the guy who used to do, the co-founder of Transparency International is part of the panel as well. It's Michael Hirschman. And so they give us a lot of input to confirm and validate our results. Next criticism. I don't believe they are real examples. Your statistics, only statistics. There are no projects, not real. You are only talking concepts. But ladies and gentlemen, we have more than 100 over entry point projects. I can give you on and on the examples. I'll give you an example. This one, you can see it every day, the MRT. MRT is part of the Greater KL. If we didn't do the economic transformation, ladies and gentlemen, we'll not be building this. I want to digress a little bit. I want to say a little story. I went down to look at the tunnel that has been completed. We built already the tunnel around, running through our city. You know, in my mind, I expected to see very seasoned engineers, muscular, very experienced people who build it. When I walked down, nobody was like that. They're all very young Malaysians. All very young, including girls. The whole work for the tunnel boring machine is all done by machine, automated. They sit in a little, like a pilot cockpit, send the signal through the subsurface. The signals come back to say what kind of rock formation is there. Is it limestone? Is it Kenny Hill formation, etc.? And then they change the drill bit. And then they correct the lubang. And all the things will come back through a pipe-like thing, like a factory, and dispose. Even the cladding on the tunnel is done by machine. And all of these are operated by young Malaysians. Truly one Malaysia down there. You have girls down there, you have Malays, you have Indian, we have all sorts of people, no Klabit there lah. But really, it was really nice to see them. They're all together, one Malaysia. I was very proud of seeing what they were doing there. You know, we are building this. Have any one of you been to Pengerang? Only 3 people only go to Pengerang. Very few people know about Pengerang, actually. I must confess, I didn't know about Pengerang. Just like many people don't know about Bareau lah. When we ran the lab, you know what everybody said? We have Shell, we have Exxon, we have Petronas, we have Talisman, everybody in the room. 8 weeks locked there. And we asked the question, how can we improve oil and gas in this country? What was the challenge? The question was, how come Singapore does not have one drop of molecule of oil and gas, yet they have the biggest refinery in the region? How come Singapore does not have one drop of molecule of oil and gas? They have the biggest petrochemical complex in the region. And they have the biggest oil trading in the region. How come? You could hear a pin drop. So it was in those labs, we then came with the idea, together with Petronas, that we must build an oil and gas hub in southern Johor. And that's a place called Pengerang. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a huge project that you cannot ignore, but of course you cannot see it from here lah. You got to go to Johor and go to Pengerang and you see it. 20,000 acres. It's like, you know, this is a massive war zone. Construction happening everywhere, 20,000. By the way, the terminal already operated. The oil terminal already operational in April. Already is jalan. In fact, the whole area is going to attract a total investment of 170 billion ringgit. I think for one town, Pengerang must attract the most amount of investment in the whole country for a small town. And so it is incredible. By the way, the number of families, the graveyard that we have to shift, actually, we had to shift something like 3,000 graveyards. 932 homes, we have to build the homes to relocate people. This is a very serious matter. In fact, you know, we had to form a company that is co-chaired between myself as well as the MB of Johor. And we meet to solve all these problems, to make these things happen. So there is huge cooperation happening between the federal government and the state government to cause this to happen. Otherwise, Petronas and the rest of the investments cannot happen there because they cannot handle the shifting of the graveyard. This is a government job. They cannot handle the building of the water supply and electricity to all this, and the roads. That is what the government is doing. So the whole of government is working together to make this happen. And so really, when you think about it,